What up? What up? Say, man, I just came on here because I want to salute Angela Hill, first black woman uh, to headline a UFC event. You know what I'm talking about? And I just want to say, man, like, she been robbed the last couple of fights. You know what I'm talking about? Them judges, they don't want to give her the fights. But, you know what I'm talking about? She one of the best ever. And salute to her. Uh, listen, she the best heel. For my money, she the best heel. Benny Hill. Uh, uh, what you talk about? Strawberry Hill, King of the Hill, Angela Hill, the best heel. Salute. You know, I don't be messing with the UFC so much. You know, they be on that Trumpish stuff. So, anyway, I just want to stop by and do that. Shout out Angela Hill. I'm out. Peace. I'll get to the night, What's up, people? Welcome back to the BCMA podcast. It's your boy Lucky from Lucky's Muay Thai. And as you can see, I do not have a studio set up, so I'm shooting in my kitchen. This is episode number 16. If you like the show, please hit that subscribe button, share, like, hit the notification bell. Obviously, you'll get notified when these come out. On this show, we're going to have a quick chat with my man, Master Antuan Wilson. This brother owns Next Level Taekwondo, and he has been doing martial arts since he was 4 years old. And he is a beast in the gym, an amazing instructor, and a good role model for the kids, man. We had a nice little conversation about discipline and martial arts in urban areas and giving back. Let's talk about the move. The move went really well. Packed up early, got out of there, got in here, and it's amazing. I got my first actual sleep, I think, in the last 3 years, and it was awesome. So let's talk about manifestation really quick because it wasn't just about thinking about what I wanted. I wanted a backyard for my kid and my dog. I wanted a 2-bedroom. I wanted to make sure I had 2 bathrooms. I wanted to make sure I had parking. I wanted specific things, a big kitchen. I wanted all of these things in my mind. These are the things that I really, really felt like I needed. I wanted to have my gym. I wanted to, compete. Like all these things that happened or that I did throughout my life so far. Listen, I'm not hugely successful. I do not drive a fucking Mercedes Benz. I don't have any of that stuff, but I am one step closer to peace of mind, and peace of mind is what we should all be trying to get to. These are manifestation things, and manifestation to me means you see it, you envision it, you write it down, you say it every day, you don't let anything stop you from getting it, and you push towards it, even when you want to quit. But you got to be specific about what you really want. So this was me getting, specific about what I wanted, and I'm pretty happy to be here, and I'm so blessed, and I'm grateful to all of you that have come and trained with me, that allowed me to continue with what I love. And I'm looking for many more years of this. So, and when I say years, that is a great segue into my birthday. So yeah, I just turned 48, and today I look it, but not always. It was a fantastic birthday, really kind of low key, and I enjoyed it. Like I said, peace of mind is something special. So I didn't need a lot of hoorah this year. I got to rest easy and feel comfortable. Real quick, let's talk about that Angela Hill thing where she is not getting the judges' nods. It sucks. It's garbage. And I'm not like, I just feel like when I see something like that where somebody's worked so hard, put in so much effort, fought her way through this division, got to these points, that they should be rewarded. Judging obviously sucks. We know that. But salute to Angela Hill, first black woman to headline a UFC card, and there will be many more. One more thing. The gym is cooking, man. Cooking. We're training a lot outside. We have a couple of fighters getting ready to fight next month, and we're getting emails and messages, and people, I think what people want is they want exercise. They feel a little unsafe because of all the fear mongering being spewed all over the place. And so they also want to learn how to defend themselves. And I think they're looking for a sense of community, and Lucky's Muay Thai offers that. So as I've said before, we're not really taking people coming in town for a day or something like that. We're trying to do like an exclusive membership situation. So we know where, the people that we're dealing with on a regular basis. We're dealing with some locals. We're trying to make sure everybody's safe, separated, and so forth and so on. And we're trying to give you a true Muay Thai experience. If you want to jam with us, man, come by and join the party, so to speak. Hit us up on Instagram at Lucky's Muay Thai. You can go to the website, luckysmt.com. And there's places there you can fill out the information. You get a free workout. You can drop us a line, ask us about pricing, any of that stuff, and set up your visit to the gym. Look, I have been so thrilled about all of this. I can't even tell you. The studio should be set up by next week, and I'll be looking forward to bringing you guys some really, really quality podcasts and some shows. I keep calling them podcasts, but they're definitely shows. So I hope you enjoy. Here's my conversation with Master Antuan Wilson from Next Level Muay Thai. Enjoy. Welcome back. On this show today, we have my man Antuan Wilson, Master Antuan from Next Level Taekwondo. My man, what's up? How are you?
How you doing? I'm doing good. Feeling good. How's everything going with you?
Everything's going good, man. I'm seeing you on Instagram. I see the gym is back moving again. Everybody's there. The kids are working out. I see you having graduations going on. I'm glad, man. I'm happy that they're being successful right now. It's tough.
It's tough, but I'm blessed to have a group of kids that they want to continue. Like quarantine really didn't stop them from still practicing and still moving and still doing things. So once I opened up the gym, the parents were like, "Hey, we're full speed ahead." Like these kids want to be back in the gym. They don't want to be home. So
yeah, it's crazy because I'm running into that with I have a 6-year-old, so I'm teaching first grade, obviously, or assisting first grade. So, yeah, man, she wants to be in school. She doesn't want to be at home at all.
No, they don't. It's hard. To teach a 6th grader to go on Zoom every day to do work on the computer. It's hard enough for adults to do it, let alone 6th graders, right? So
yeah, it's tough, man. So tell me a little bit of background on yourself, right? You started when you were like 4.
Yeah, so I started Taekwondo when I was 4 at Young Taekwondo's, and if you know the area, it was like 125th and West Dixie Highway. He was there for 35 years. Yeah, so I grew up in Liberty City. I actually started like in a rec center, and my instructor was from Young's. And as I got a little bit older, he was like, "Hey, listen, you're about 7, 8, you're doing good at this. Maybe you want to go to the main academy." And that's really how I got into like heavy Taekwondo. And yeah, that's how we started. We've been going ever since.
Crazy because when I started in Taekwondo when I was about 6 or 7, and it was through Little League Baseball, but it was at the clubhouse, sort of the rec center.
The rec center, yeah. That's what we had. It was like go to the YMCA, do Taekwondo, go home. So it was.
You think that's Do you think that that's missing? Do you think that that's still going on? You know what I think? I'm seeing it in suburban areas, but do you think it's missing in like urban areas?
Absolutely, man. Like when I was growing up, I did Taekwondo and I did karate, and both of them I started in Rexon at the YMCA. So I was doing Taekwondo. I moved to the main school, and then Herbie Thompson came in and he started teaching karate in the Rexon. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna try this too." The days I was Taekwondo, it's right next to my house. But now, you go to the city, you can only play basketball, you can only play football, you can only play baseball. You can't do martial arts, you can't do gymnastics. And I think all those things are definitely missing in the city. But, funding, right? So.
I mean, I feel like maybe, people are so focused, MMA has grown so big now that they're missing not missing, but the big picture of martial arts is being sort of watered down in some ways.
True.
Right?
Yes.
It's not like this person developed this skill and then they went to MMA. In some cases, it's true, right? Like Valerie Larissa, Miami, her father taught, right? So,
correct.
But it's not often, and it's unfortunate, man, because I don't think that I would be here today if it wasn't for Master Carlos, who taught me Taekwondo when I was a kid,
Yeah, so I think the foundation is missing, right? Like a lot of kids, I see come from other places and they want to try Taekwondo, but there's no steady foundation. Like you have a good foundation. I have a great foundation. So when you want to go into other arts, or like when I came to you and say, "Hey, listen, I want to try this out. I want to learn Muay Thai," I had a foundation to support myself on. It's like feel like a lot of times because of MMA and the widespread fandom with it, right? It's like kids start this at 4, but they can't really box, they can't really kick, they can't really grapple. They can do a little bit of everything, but they're not really skilled at either, right? So, it's, that's definitely a part of missing it, and also the discipline and the life skills that it teaches too, right? Like MMA teaches it, but not at the scale that traditional
Oh,
sports
right. Yeah.
does.
Listen, there is nothing. There was nothing like being disciplined by my sensei back then. He was also my baseball coach,
Oh,
and
really?
he
Oh, so
played.
you got two
Oh
sides.
yeah, he played no games. He played no games, and it was an interesting story. My uncle had told me that when he found out I was doing Taekwondo with him, he's like, "Oh, I know Carlos. I met him walking through the park one day. He was kicking the bark off of trees." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
All right, like all
But yeah,
right. I mean, I guess I got a good instructor here, right?
he played
That's
no
funny.
games, man. He played no games.
That's
But
what's
all right,
up.
so tell me a little bit about where Taekwondo took you and how you ended up at this point.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, like for when I was a kid, I used to do taekwondo karate, and then when I became a teenager, I got really heavy to taekwondo, and like not just that, but sport taekwondo, like competing nationally, internationally, locally,
Right.
just fighting. And I mean, it's taking me some amazing places. Like I think I was telling somebody the other day, like, hey, listen to taekwondo. I've been to almost every continent in the world just competing. Pan Am Games. It's just the amount of tournaments we go to. Like a friend of mine, we were just talking about trips we used to take to Paris every year, just for like Paris opening. Just things
Yeah,
like that you don't get in other sports. Because Taekwondo is
that's
so
true.
widespread, and it's an Olympic sport, right? So
Yeah, that's
the
the other thing.
the pipelining of the things that you can do is so great. And yeah, I was killing my master school. I was still competing. I was still fighting. And he actually got killed. He got shot during our practice on a Saturday morning.
Oh,
It was a really big headline, and yeah, I said, oh, I'm gonna take over the school, and me and his son really didn't see eye to eye on everything. So I said, you know what, let me go back. I actually was living in Orlando. I said, hey, let me go back to Orlando, start something over there. And a group of people were just like, yeah, there's no way. Like, we need you here. Our kids need you here. You're like the mentor. You're the teachers. You're the big brothers. Like, can you stay here? We'll help
yeah.
you start a school. And 12 years later now, we're rocking. So I was
And
blessed.
it's really amazing, man. And I think I think it is a testament to manifestation and desire and just being a good person and trying to and putting in that hard work and that effort. And I just want to celebrate you, man. To be honest, that's why I've noticed that a lot of, and I'm not, it's not like a racial thing per se, but I noticed like a lot of the black coaches and instructors do not get shine for whatever reason. For whatever
Yeah,
reason.
it's a weird thing. We don't dominate this industry, right? So in Taekwondo is very Korean dominated. It's very here in Miami is very Latin dominated. I can probably count how many of us I see on a daily basis do what we do,
Right.
especially at a high level. That's not always just a rec center, but they have academies and they have multiple hundreds of students. But it's not celebrated just because I think we're the minority, right? So it's
Right.
not something that people see a lot, but we definitely have some good academies and some good
I
programs. And
agree.
I think that like what you're doing is great because you get exposure to that. And, just like in
Thank
Taekwondo, like we all try to work together. It's like, hey, listen, we're gonna have a training. You want to bring your school, you bring my school. We kind of,
Listen, I love that, and I love that what you're doing. I mean, I just really, I think it's awesome, man. You're taking care of and the kids too, and that was the thing that I think I needed when I was that age, and I think it's the thing that a lot of kids need today, and especially a lot of inner city kids. I think a lot of that stuff has been taken away. Obviously, the money's been pulled out of the inner city communities, and a lot of the poor communities, kids aren't getting taekwondo, they're not getting karate, and they're not getting um, the discipline and love, really, and the attention that you're giving the kids. So, I mean, I really appreciate it. It's dope.
yeah, like I was coming through Liberty City the other day, and I was just like looking at where I used to live, and there's no more Boys and Girls Club. There's no more YMCA. There's only condos. So it's like living facility. It's like where do these kids go for an outlet? They can go to the park, but the park is run by basketball and football. So they want to do something indoors. If they want to do a
Right.
martial arts, they want to do dance, they want to do gymnastics. Like where are they going for this? And that's something that I'm really kind of trying to look into. Like I was teaching at Antuan Rec Center, but again, they cut the funding. So, the kids that were going there were kids that,
Exactly. Yeah, man.
it's like, oh, I can't really come to the academy. I come here for after school. Yeah, it's very rough. But
yeah, it's really unfortunate, man. People need this for their children. I think martial arts is a great way for discipline. I'm just really happy that I got a chance to chat with you about this. So let's get into something else real quick.
All right, let's go.
Tell me, did you see the UFC this last weekend?
I did not actually, but I heard it was some good fights though. But I did not get to see it. It was my birthday weekend, so I was out and about.
Yo, that's right.
Yeah,
my birthday too.
Oh, happy birthday! I didn't even see that on your birthday.
Yeah.
That's what's
happy
up.
Birthday! That's right, Virgo.
Yes, Virgos. Yes. So yeah, I didn't get a chance to watch UFC, but I'm definitely.
I think you're a lot. You might be a lot younger than me though.
I am 35. Yes.
I officially don't like you right now. I turned 48 yesterday.
48. Oh, you're a young man. You still kicking it.
Listen, man, let's get together, man, and let's chat about maybe trying to do something for the community. I don't know what we can do, even if it's just pooling our efforts to get food to, food banks or food shelters or something like that, and just spread the word about what we do. As Black instructors, like I said, it's difficult to find us out there getting shine. So here's your flowers, my man. Congratulations on all your effort.
Absolutely. And I have a lot of people who come to me and say, hey, listen, I want my kid to come here because you look like him. Straight up. Like, hey, he was over there, but they really don't relate to him. They don't know his problems. They don't know what he goes through. And, you look like him. So he understands you. He relates to you. And, you came from somewhere and you built something and he can see that. And, sometimes when you go other places, it's like, okay, this guy's up here, but there's no backstory. There's no history. It's just like, he's the master.
Right.
At least when they come to my gym, it's like there's a history of that. Hey, listen, he came from here. He built this. He was here. He competed here. It's kind of like a story, and the kids it's tangible. They can see where they can go. Just like you, when I walked into that gym, I said, listen, this guy knows what he's doing. He's been here. He's done these things. And that's what you look for. Not all the time it's just like a piece of paper on the wall. It's like, hey, you're still out there. You're still holding pads. You're still working with everybody that goes to that gym. Some of these gyms are just like, oh, the 12-year-old hold the pad, or oh, the 10-year-old teach the class. Like, that's not what we do. That's not how I learned. I know that's not how you work. So I'm grateful to have found you as well, because I'm waiting till I can get to a 12 o'clock session. Those are
coming, man. It's coming. We're working it out, brother. We're working it out.
Oh,
we're gonna get it back for you. Listen, man, if you ever want to train or whatever, man, you can just hit me up. We can meet up and train anyway. Because I could learn some stuff. You know what I mean? There's stuff I have questions about.
Absolutely, but yeah. Let's do that though. Let's get together. I know we just did a food bank for some people in Honduras, but we could do another one, man. We could do something locally and backpack.
Yeah, that's what I mean, man. Let's do something local.
Yeah, for sure.
My man, Master Antwuan Wilson.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity coming on here and chatting it up with you, man. Thank you so much.
Man,
I will see you soon.
Thank you, brother. I super appreciate it, man.
No problem.
We will talk soon.
Absolutely.
Peace. So that was my conversation with Master Antwuan Wilson. We are going to get together and try to do something locally to help the communities that need help and need serving. If you're in the area and you want to do some Taekwondo, make sure you hit him up at Next Level Taekwondo on Instagram, and you can hit us up at Lucky's Muay Thai. Obviously, if you like the show, hit that like, subscribe, share that shit. Arrest the cops to kill Breonna Taylor because they're still not arrested, which is, what are we doing? Is this still a thing? Anyway, I love y'all. New studio coming soon. Peace. I'm talking about.